Imagine waking up on a Saturday morning. The sun's just starting to peek over the horizon, and your backyard is waiting for you to breathe new life into it. You step outside, take a deep breath of the fresh air, and notice how much potential your outdoor space has. A little creativity, some simple supplies, and your garden could transform into the oasis you've always dreamed of. Today we're going to show you how easy it is to turn that vision into reality with just a few fun and simple DIY projects. Welcome to Golden Seniors Gardening. I'm sure some of you might be thinking, but I don't have a huge budget for a fancy garden. And that's exactly where these first two projects come in. You won't believe how easy and affordable it is to create stunning additions to your garden using thrift store finds and things you already have lying around. So grab a cup of coffee, roll up your sleeves, and let's dive into our first project. 1. The thrift store bird bath. Picture this. You're strolling through your local thrift store, scanning the shelves when your eyes land on a beautiful, ornate bowl. It's got a vintage vibe, maybe a bit of chipped paint, but it's got character. You can already imagine how stunning it will look, nestled in the middle of your garden, surrounded by flowers and greenery. This bird bath is a quick and easy project that will not only add charm to your garden, but it'll also invite nature into your space. Birds, butterflies, and little critters will flock to it, adding life and energy to your outdoor retreat. Here's what you need to get started. 1. A shallow bowl or plate. Look for something sturdy and weather-resistant. It could be ceramic, stone, or even an old decorative plate you find at the thrift store. The key here is picking a piece that speaks to you and your garden's aesthetic. 2. A base. This could be anything from a small decorative candle holder, a vase, or even a stack of plates. It doesn't need to match perfectly. The beauty of this project is its ability to embrace imperfections. 3. Strong glue or adhesive to secure everything in place. How to assemble. Start by gathering your bowl and base. Clean both pieces thoroughly, ensuring there's no dust or debris. Then apply a generous amount of glue to the rim of the base where it will connect to the bowl. Be sure to let the glue set properly for a few hours, depending on the type you're using. Once the pieces are secure, you can start thinking about the finishing touches. You could add some decorative rocks around the base to enhance the rustic look, or if you want to get really creative, try painting the base for a more customized appearance. You can go for a vintage, distressed look or match it to your garden's color palette. There's no right or wrong here. The goal is to have fun with it. Now let's talk about placement. Ideally, you want to place your bird bath somewhere that's visible from your living space, like near a window or in the center of your garden, so you can enjoy watching the birds take a drink or bath. But don't forget the practical side. Choose a spot where the water will stay clean, ideally not right under a tree where fallen leaves will constantly clog it. Why this works, what makes this bird bath so special, is that it combines function with aesthetics. You get a lovely garden feature that also serves a purpose by attracting wildlife. It's also super affordable, considering you can repurpose things you might already have or easily find at a thrift store. It's sustainable, charming, and adds a wonderful touch of nature to your space. 2. Upcycled garden planters. Alright, now that we've added a beautiful bird bath to our garden, let's move on to the next project. Upcycled garden planters. These are a game changer when it comes to creating a garden that reflects your style without spending a fortune. Take a second and think about the last time you threw something away that might actually work perfectly as a planter. That old wooden crate that's just collecting dust in the garage. It's a planter waiting to happen. Or those old mason jars sitting in your pantry. They could become the cutest little succulents pots. This is the magic of upcycling. Here's what you'll need for some simple, creative upcycled planters. 1. Old crates, baskets, or even tin cans. You can repurpose almost anything that has space to hold soil and plants. 2. Paint. You can use exterior paint, chalk paint, or even spray paint for a quick makeover. 3. Plastic liners or plastic bags. If you're using crates or baskets, lining the inside will help keep the moisture from damaging the wood or fabric. 4. Soil and plants. The fun part, choosing your plants. Think of vibrant flowers, herbs, or even small shrubs. How to assemble. Start with cleaning up your containers. If you're using a tin can or something metal, make sure to drill a few holes in the bottom for drainage. For wooden crates, lining the inside with a plastic bag or liner will help protect the wood from getting soggy. Next, give your containers a fresh coat of paint. This step is all about personalizing your garden. You can create a modern, minimalist look by painting everything white or go for a more rustic, shabby chic vibe by distressing the paint a little. The choice is yours. Once your containers are ready, it's time to add the soil. For a successful planter, you want to use a good quality potting mix. Fill the container, leaving about an inch of space at the top. Then add your plants. Herbs like basil, mint, or thyme are perfect for smaller planters, while larger flowers like marigolds or petunias can add a pop of color. Why this works? Upcycled planters are the perfect example of how you can create something beautiful out of what others might consider trash. Not only are they eco-friendly, but they allow you to bring your personal style into your garden without breaking the bank. These planters add a rustic charm to your outdoor space, and you can arrange them in clusters or hang them on a wall for a bit of vertical appeal. 3. DIY Vertical Herb Garden. A vertical herb garden is one of the simplest projects to tackle, and it's perfect for urban dwellers or anyone with limited garden space. Plus, herbs are some of the most versatile plants to grow. They smell amazing, they look beautiful, and they elevate the flavor of your cooking. So let's turn that small patch of space into an herb haven. Here's what you'll need for a vertical herb garden. 1. Wooden pallet. You can often find these for free or for a very low price at hardware stores or even behind businesses. 2. Small pots or containers. These will be your herb holders. You can use plastic pots, mason jars, or even repurposed cans. 3. Potting soil. Good quality soil is essential for herbs to thrive. 4. Plants. Pick your favorite herbs like basil, oregano, thyme, or even lavender. How to assemble. Start by preparing your palette. If it's rough or weathered, give it a quick sanding to smooth out any sharp edges. You can also paint it if you want to add a pop of color. Go with a fun bright hue or something more natural, like a soft brown or white for a rustic look. Once the palette is ready, simply attach the small pots or containers to the slats. If the palette is wide enough, you can create several rows of plants, one for each herb. Secure the pots with nails or strong twine, making sure they're well fastened. Next, fill the pots with your soil, and then plant your herbs. You'll want to make sure each plant gets enough sunlight, so consider the placement of your vertical garden. The great thing about a vertical garden is that it allows you to utilize space near a fence, wall, or balcony that may not be suitable for traditional garden beds. Why this works? A vertical herb garden is a great way to grow fresh herbs without taking up much space. Not only is it practical, but it adds an organic, green element to your space. It's perfect for balconies, small patios, or any nook that could use a little green. Plus, it's incredibly low maintenance and a fantastic way to incorporate your homegrown herbs into your cooking, making your garden both beautiful and functional. 4. Outdoor garden path with recycled stones. Let's move on to something that'll really elevate the ambiance of your garden. A beautiful garden path made from recycled stones. If you've ever wandered through a garden, you know how a well-placed path can guide your eye and create a sense of flow and purpose. This project will add elegance and function to your outdoor space, and it's completely customizable. All you need are some old stones, bricks, or any other materials you have lying around. You don't need to buy expensive paving stones. Recycled materials work perfectly for creating a rustic, natural path that fits seamlessly into your garden. Here's what you'll need. 1. Recycled stones or bricks. Old bricks, leftover stones from a previous project, or even scrap stone from a construction site can be repurposed. 2. A shovel and rake to level the ground where the path will go. 3. Gravel or sand. This helps with drainage and ensures your stones stay in place. 4. A garden hose to create the outline for your path. How to assemble? Start by outlining the shape of your path. You can create a winding path or a straight line. It all depends on the style of your garden. Use the garden hose to lay out the curve or straight line, ensuring it's a natural fit for your garden. Next, dig out a small trench for your stones. The depth of the trench depends on the size of your stones, but make sure it's deep enough to create a stable foundation. Then, add a layer of gravel or sand and level it out with a rake. Now begin placing your stones along the path. You can lay them tightly together for a clean look, or leave small gaps to allow grass or moss to grow through. Take your time to arrange them in a way that feels organic and in harmony with the surrounding plants. Why this works? Recycled stone paths bring a rustic charm to your garden. They're not only sustainable, but they also allow you to repurpose materials you might already have. The path itself serves as both a practical addition and a visual focal point, guiding the eye through your garden while creating a more inviting atmosphere. 5. DIY Garden Trellis. Our next project is a beautiful DIY garden trellis. If you love climbing plants, whether it's roses, sweet peas, or even some tomatoes, this is the project for you. A trellis allows your plants to grow upward, saving you space and adding vertical dimension to your garden. You can make this trellis as simple or as elaborate as you'd like. The great thing about it is that it's totally customizable to fit the style of your garden. Here's what you'll need. 1. Wooden stakes or bamboo poles. These will form the frame of your trellis. 2. Wire or twine to create the grid that the plants will climb. 3. Nails or screws to secure everything together. How to assemble: start by setting up the wooden stakes in the ground, ensuring they're evenly spaced and stable. These will act as the supports for your trellis. Depending on the height you want, cut the stakes to size and secure them firmly in place. Now take the wire or twine and start weaving it between the stakes to create a grid. You can adjust the spacing depending on the type of plant you're growing. For climbing vegetables like peas or beans, you'll want a tighter grid, while for flowers, a looser spacing works just fine. Once your trellis is built, plant your climbing plants at the base and watch as they grow upward, creating a vertical garden that's both practical and visually stunning. Why this works: a trellis is a simple yet incredibly effective way to grow climbing plants. Not only does it save space, but it also adds height and structure to your garden. It's a great project for those who want to bring a touch of elegance to their outdoor space, and it can be built with minimal cost. 6. Recycled glass edging for flower beds. Now, you may not have thought about using recycled glass as garden edging before, but this is one of those projects that will make your garden pop with color and sparkle. Imagine the way sunlight reflects off the colorful glass as you walk through your garden. It's a beautiful sight, and it's surprisingly easy to create. What you'll need for this project: 1. Glass bottles, jars, or old glass containers. Look for colorful glass, clear glass, or even frosted glass for a more subtle, sophisticated look. 2. Shovel and garden gloves. We'll be digging a little bit, so don't forget to protect your hands. 3. Gravel or sand. This will help to anchor the glass in place and create a sturdy foundation. 4. Cement or strong adhesive to hold the glass in place once it's arranged. How to assemble: start by selecting a spot for your flower bed that will benefit from a little extra border. You'll want to outline the area where you'll place the glass. This can be done using a simple string or a garden hose to form the desired shape of your garden edge. Once the area is marked, dig a small trench where your glass will sit. The trench doesn't need to be too deep, just enough to hold the glass securely. Next, start arranging your glass pieces along the trench. You can use bottles, jars, or containers of different sizes and colors to create a unique and personalized border. The beauty of this project is that there's no right or wrong way to do it. If you like the look of an uneven, whimsical design, go for it. If you want something more polished and symmetrical, that works too. Once your glass pieces are arranged to your liking, use cement or a strong adhesive to secure the glass in place. Fill in any gaps with gravel or sand to make sure everything stays put and to help with drainage. Over time, the glass will start to blend naturally with the surrounding plants, adding both texture and sparkle to your flower bed. Why this works: this project adds a magical fairy tale-like charm to your garden. The recycled glass is eco-friendly and helps repurpose items you might otherwise throw away. The way the glass reflects the sunlight creates a shimmering effect that changes throughout the day, making it a perfect focal point in your garden. Plus, it's a low-maintenance way to add a decorative edge to your flower beds. And it's a great conversation starter. 7. Upcycled Tin Can Lanterns. As the sun sets and the stars begin to twinkle above, you'll want to make sure your garden is just as beautiful in the evening as it is during the day. And that's where Upcycled Tin Can Lanterns come in. These lanterns are an easy way to add some ambient light to your outdoor space, and they're perfect for creating a cozy, magical atmosphere. Here's what you'll need for this project. 1. Empty tin cans. These can be from food products like soup cans, coffee cans, or any other type of tin can you have lying around. 2. Hammer and nails. These will be used to create holes in the cans. 3. Paint. You can use outdoor-friendly spray paint or acrylic paint to decorate your lanterns. 4. Tea light candles or LED lights to light up your lanterns and create that warm, flickering glow. How to assemble: start by cleaning out the tin cans and removing any labels. Once they're clean and dry, it's time to get creative. Using the hammer and nails, create a pattern of holes in the tin can. You can make a simple design like dots or stars, or go for something more intricate. Your design could be flowers, hearts, or even geometric shapes. The more holes you make, the more light your lantern will let through. Next, paint your cans with your choice of colors. This is where you can really get creative. Go with bold, bright hues for a fun, festive look, or try metallics like gold or silver for a more elegant vintage feel. Allow the paint to dry completely before moving on. Finally, place a tea light candle or an LED light inside the can. If you're using real candles, be sure to keep them away from flammable materials and never leave them unattended. LED lights are a safer option and will still create that beautiful, flickering glow. Why this works: Upcycled Tin Can Lanterns are not only eco-friendly, but they add a rustic charm to your garden. They're perfect for creating mood lighting in the evenings. Whether you're hosting a dinner party, enjoying a quiet night, or just wanting to add a little extra sparkle to your space. Plus, they're super customizable, and you can use any colors or designs that match your garden's vibe. 8. DIY Wooden Garden Bench. Now let's talk about creating a place where you can sit back, relax, and soak in all your hard work. A DIY wooden garden bench is a perfect addition to your outdoor space, and it's simpler to build than you might think. Whether you're enjoying your morning coffee, reading a book, or simply enjoying the view, a garden bench gives you the perfect spot to do just that. Here's what you'll need. 1. Wooden planks or boards. You'll need a few sturdy planks to create the seat and backrest. 2. Nails, screws, and a hammer or drill to assemble the bench. 3. Sandpaper to smooth out the edges and surfaces of the wood. 4. Paint or stain for finishing the bench, ensuring it's weather-resistant and stylish. How to assemble. Start by deciding on the size and shape of your bench. Measure and cut the wooden planks according to your desired dimensions. You'll need 2 long pieces for the seat and a few shorter pieces for the legs and backrest. Begin by constructing the base of the bench. Attach the legs securely to the seat using nails or screws. If you want extra stability, consider adding cross supports between the legs. Once the base is complete, attach the backrest to the seat, ensuring it's at a comfortable angle. Once the frame is assembled, sand down the edges to remove any rough spots. Then apply a coat of paint or stain to protect the wood from the elements. This will help your bench last for years and keep it looking great through all kinds of weather. Why this works: a wooden garden bench provides a comfortable, functional place to sit and admire your garden. It's the perfect addition to any outdoor space, whether it's a small balcony or a large backyard. Plus, building it yourself allows you to customize the design and finish to match your personal style. 9. Vertical succulent wall. Succulents are the perfect plants for both beginners and seasoned gardeners alike. They're low maintenance, drought tolerant, and incredibly beautiful. But what if I told you that you can create a vertical succulent wall that not only saves space, but also serves as a stunning living art piece? Let's dive into how to make it happen. Here's what you'll need. 1. Wooden panels or a wooden frame. You can easily get these from a hardware store or even upcycle an old wooden frame from furniture. 2. Small pots or containers. These will hold your succulents. You can use anything from small mason jars to tiny wooden crates. 3. Potting soil. Choose a well-draining mix, perfect for succulents. 4. Succulent plants. Choose a variety of colorful succulents with different shapes and textures. How to assemble. Start by preparing the wooden frame. If you're using a wooden panel, you can either leave it as is or paint it in a color that complements your garden's aesthetic. If you want a more rustic look, you can distress the wood a little for a weathered appearance. Next, attach the pots or containers to the frame. You can space them out evenly or place them in a staggered pattern for a more dynamic look. Use strong nails or screws to secure the containers to the wooden panel, ensuring they're stable. Now it's time for the fun part, planting. Fill each pot with soil, leaving a little room at the top. Then, carefully place your succulents in each pot. Mix and match different varieties for an interesting texture and color palette. Succulents come in a wide range of hues, from soft greens to deep purples and reds, so you'll have no trouble creating a visually stunning arrangement. Finally, Hang your vertical succulent wall in a sunny spot where the plants can thrive. You'll want to make sure they're getting enough light. Most succulents love bright, indirect sunlight. Why this works? A vertical succulent wall is a fantastic way to add greenery to your space without taking up precious horizontal real estate. Not only does it make a bold visual statement, but it also creates a unique focal point in your garden. It's a space saver that doesn't compromise on style. Plus, succulents are easy to care for and can withstand the heat, making this project perfect for almost any climate. 10 colorful DIY garden flags. Next up, we're adding a dash of color and personality to your garden with some DIY garden flags. These flags are an easy and creative way to make your garden feel truly your own. Whether you go for whimsical designs, inspirational quotes, or fun patterns, these flags will bring a burst of vibrancy and joy to your outdoor space. Here's what you'll need. 1. Fabric scraps. You can use old clothes, fabric swatches, or even old sheets to make your flags. 2. Wooden dowels or bamboo poles. These will hold up the flag. 3. Fabric paint or permanent markers to decorate your flags. 4. Thread and sewing needle. If you plan to sew the flag together, how to assemble? Start by cutting the fabric into the desired shape for your flag. You can make it rectangular, triangular, or even create multiple flags for a flag garland. The size of your flag will depend on your personal style and the area where you plan to display it. Once you've cut out your flag shape, it's time to get creative. Use fabric paint or markers to decorate the flag with whatever design you like. You could go with a simple striped pattern, a garden-inspired illustration, or a fun quote like "Bloom where you are planted." The possibilities are endless. Once your design is dry, fold over the top edge of the flag to create a pocket for the dowel or pole to slide through. Sew it in place for a more durable finish. If you're in a hurry, you can also use fabric glue to secure the pocket. Now slide your dowel through the pocket and secure it at both ends. Stick the dowel into the ground in your garden, or place it in a pot near the entrance for a welcoming touch. Why this works? DIY garden flags are an easy and affordable way to inject some personality into your garden. They're highly customizable, so you can make them fit any theme or vibe you're going for. They also allow you to express your creativity and add a little whimsy to your outdoor space. Plus, it's a project that even kids can help with, perfect for family garden time. And there you have it, 10 fun and easy garden projects that will transform your outdoor space into a haven of beauty, functionality, and personal style. Whether you're creating a vertical succulent wall, adding a splash of color with DIY garden flags, or building a wooden garden bench to sit back and enjoy your work, these projects are sure to make your garden stand out in all the right ways. Now it's time to get your hands dirty and start bringing your garden to life. I'd love to hear from you. Tell me in the comments which project you're most excited to try first. Have you already tackled any of these? Share your tips and experiences with us. And don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel for more amazing garden ideas, and hit the notification bell so you never miss a new project. Remember, gardening isn't just about plants, it's about creating a space that makes you feel at home. A space that reflects who you are and gives you joy every time you step outside. So go ahead, grab your tools, get creative, and let your garden glow. Thank you for joining me today, and I can't wait to see how you transform your space. Until next time, happy gardening. We've covered 10 creative and eco-friendly DIY raised garden bed ideas, perfect for small spaces and tight budgets. From upcycled plastic bottles to concrete blocks and metal planters, each of these ideas will help you create a thriving garden with minimal effort. Which one will you try first? Let us know in the comments below, and be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more gardening tips and ideas. Thanks for watching Golden Seniors Gardening, and happy gardening.